Clinton, he deported or returned 12 million people. Obama deported and returned 5 million people. Trump is not even at 1.5 million. And no, they didn't all get due process. In fact, Bill Clinton worked with a Republican Congress to pass a law that deprived anyone within 100 miles of any U.S. border who'd been in the country less than 14 days a courtroom. Obama expanded that law. So for everyone who's mad about Alligator Alcatraz, let's also not forget that Obama was the one who built the cages at the border. The reason that you weren't seeing ICE agent raids all over the news back then is because sanctuary cities did not exist. Local law enforcement cooperated with federal law enforcement. They held criminals for ICE to pick up. They didn't release them. They didn't tell people that ICE were Trump's private army who was zip tying children. Also a lie. And guess what? ICE didn't have to wear masks. They wore street clothes. They didn't need to wear riot gear. No riot gear. Wake up. You're being manipulated. The same people who are now calling enforcement fascism built the enforcement system. If you oppose the law, the remedy is legislation, not mob confrontation, not street level violence. Attacking federal officers is illegal and it is dangerous, period. And it does nothing to change policy. Officer Ross was not hunting activists. ICE agents enforce federal immigration law passed by Congress, not invented by presidents, not invented by Trump. And as I mentioned, Ross spent the majority of his tenure at DHS and ICE working under Obama and Biden. Ross specifically was tasked with pursuing the most violent offenders. I will say it again. Drug traffickers, human traffickers, fraud networks. Over the past year, ICE officers have been assaulted, spit on, doxxed, and threatened. Ross had just recently been hospitalized after being dragged 300 feet by a car driven by a criminal who was in the country illegally. Cartels have put bounties on ICE agents' heads. Their families are targeted when their identities are exposed. This is why agents are wearing masks. Criminals wear masks to escape accountability. ICE officers wear masks because anonymity is survival, and that distinction matters. To the Hollywood actors calling Trump a dictator and a rogue actor, Trump was democratically elected. The majority that voted for him wants borders closed for national security. They want their tax dollars going towards citizens that pay tax, not undocumented immigrants who don't. They don't want black market economies that pay people less than a fair wage so they can have cheaper avocado toast. Now, where the Republicans failed was tone, timing, and humanity. Too many rushed to declare Renee Good a villain before facts were known. Too many spoke with certainty where there was still uncertainty. Too many treated her death like a cautionary tale instead of a human tragedy. Worse, the handling of the investigation looks less like law and order and more like a cover-up. When 10 senior federal prosecutors resign in protest because Washington ordered them to investigate the dead victims' activist ties while blocking a simultaneous investigation into the agent's use of force, you lose the moral high ground. When the FBI seizes control specifically to freeze out local state investigators, it signals that you're afraid of what the evidence might show. And while ICE agents are enforcing federal law, there is no question this strategy is losing in the court of public opinion. Perfect example being Rogan's viral clip calling ICE the Gestapo.
To watch someone shoot a U.S. citizen, especially a woman, in the face, you can also see the point of view of the people that say, yeah, but you don't want militarized people in the streets just roaming around, snatching people up, many of which turn out to actually be U.S. citizens that just don't have their papers on them. Are we really going to be the Gestapo? Where's your papers?
But it's not just Rogan. Many conservatives are uneasy watching this level of force. Many know undocumented immigrants personally, and while they want immigrants off social services, they want the end of shadow economies created by illegal labor, they want criminals out of the country, They are also open to immigration reform. In the court of public opinion, perception matters more than righteousness. Right or wrong becomes secondary to how people experience what they see. It's time to stop beating our chests and come to the table. All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.